My feet touched the ground at Indira Gandhi International Airport. I felt a current of energy run right through me. The air itself felt different here. It was thick with anticipation, a hint of something spicy, something floral, something ancient. This wasn't just another stamp in my passport. This was Delhi. I had only 48 hours to unravel a city that has been layered with history for thousands of years. It felt like an impossible, exhilarating challenge. I clutched my backpack, a wide grin spreading across my face. I was ready for whatever this incredible place had to throw at me. My adventure had officially begun. Stepping out of the airport and into the warm morning air was like walking onto a movie set. The world exploded into a kaleidoscope of sound and color. The constant melodic honking of auto rickshaws, the vibrant saris gliding through crowds, the calls of vendors selling everything from chai to marigold garlands. My first mission was clear: food. And in Delhi, that means one thing: Chandni Chowk. Raj had warned me it would be crowded, but his words did little to prepare me for the reality. It was a river of humanity, a dizzying maze of narrow lanes, each one dedicated to something different. Spices, fabrics, wedding supplies, and most importantly, food. The air was heavy with the sizzle of oil, the fragrance of ground turmeric and cumin, and the sweet aroma of jalebis being fried to golden perfection. I felt a thrill of pure, unadulterated joy. This was a food lover's paradise, and I was ready to dive in headfirst. My culinary journey began with something simple yet iconic: parathas. I squeezed into a tiny, bustling eatery that had been serving these delights for generations. The menu was overwhelming, with fillings I had never imagined: banana, crushed almonds, even a sweet condensed milk version. The next morning, I woke up early, eager to trade the culinary chaos for a dose of history. My first stop was the magnificent Red Fort, or Lal Killa. Approaching its colossal red sandstone walls, I felt dwarfed by its sheer scale and historical weight. This was the seat of Mughal emperors for centuries. Inside, I wandered the sprawling complex: palaces, pavilions, gardens. I marveled at the intricate marble inlay of the Diwani Khas, the hall of private audience, where the emperor sat on the legendary peacock throne. I imagined silk robes and courtly whispers. From the Red Fort, it was a short, exhilarating cycle rickshaw ride to the Jama Masjid, one of India's largest mosques: 3 great gates, 4 towers, and 2 towering minarets. As a woman, I was given a colorful robe to wear before entering. Stepping into the vast courtyard, over 25,000 worshippers, I decided to climb one of the minarets. The narrow, winding staircase was a bit of a challenge, but the reward at the top was more than worth it: a panoramic view of Old Delhi and the Red Fort in the distance. After a hearty lunch of biryani, I made my way to Humayun's tomb. I had seen pictures, of course, but nothing could have prepared me for the serene beauty in person. It is often described as a precursor to the Taj Mahal, and I could immediately see why. The perfectly symmetrical structure, built of red sandstone and white marble, sat majestically in the center of a charbagh, a 4-part Persian-style garden. The sound of flowing water from the channels created a peaceful, meditative atmosphere that felt a world away from the city's hustle. As I walked along the pathways, I admired the intricate details: the graceful arches, delicate latticework screens, and the grand dome. It felt less like a tomb and more like a palace built for the afterlife. I spent a long time just sitting on a bench in the garden, gazing at the monument and soaking in the tranquility. Inside the main mausoleum, the central chamber houses the cenotaph of Emperor Humayun. Sunlight filtered through the latticed screens, casting beautiful, intricate patterns on the marble floor. Leaving Humayun's tomb, I felt a sense of calm and wonder. On my second day, I decided to seek out some of Delhi's hidden, quieter corners. I had a map, a list, and an open heart. My first stop was Lodi Garden, a sprawling public park that is also an archaeological site. It was a breath of fresh air, both literally and figuratively. The garden is dotted with the tombs of Sayyidi rulers and Lodi rulers. These ancient stone structures stood amidst lush green lawns and vibrant flower beds. Families having picnics, couples strolling hand in hand, people practicing yoga. It was a living, breathing part of the city. I spent the morning wandering through the gardens, exploring the tomb of Muhammad Shah and the tomb of Sikandar Lodi. The architecture was more robust and less ornate than the Mughal structures I had seen. I loved the Bada Gumbad, a large domed gateway which leads to a 3-domed mosque. The contrast of the ancient gray stone against the brilliant green of surrounding trees was stunning. My next destination was even more off the beaten path: Agrasan Ki Baoli. A bauli is an ancient stepwell. This one is hidden away amidst the modern high-rises of Connaught Place. Walking down the 108 steps into the earth felt like descending into another world. The temperature dropped, and the sounds of the city faded away, replaced by the echo of my footsteps and the cooing of pigeons. The stone structure, with its series of arched niches, was both eerie and beautiful. Sitting on the steps, looking up at the sliver of blue sky, I felt a profound sense of peace. It was hard to believe the city's busiest commercial center was just a few blocks away. In the afternoon, I was craving a splash of color and a taste of India's diverse culture. I headed to Dilli Haat, an open-air market that brings together artisans and cuisines from across the country. I was immediately captivated by the incredible variety of handicrafts on display. Brightly colored Rajasthani textiles, intricate woodwork from Uttar Pradesh, delicate silk saris from the south, and beautiful pottery from all over. I spent hours browsing the stalls, talking to the artisans about their craft, and hearing their stories. I bought a hand-painted Madhubani artwork from a woman from Bihar and a pair of embroidered mohari slippers from Rajasthan. I also took the opportunity to sample food from different states: steaming momos from Sikkim, a fish curry from Bengal. Dilli Haat was like a mini tour of India in one place. As evening approached, I made my way to Hauz Khas village, a neighborhood that perfectly embodies Delhi's blend of old and new. A trendy bohemian enclave filled with chic boutiques, art galleries, and rooftop cafes built around a medieval water reservoir. I walked through the ancient ruins, watching the sunset over the serene lake. The juxtaposition of ruins and cafes was fascinating. I stepped into a bustling art gallery showcasing contemporary Indian artists, then found a rooftop cafe overlooking the lake and ruins. As I sipped masala chai, I watched the place come alive with young, creative people. The vibe was relaxed and artistic, a world away from old Delhi's historical grandeur. Hauz Khas showed me another side of the city, its modern, cosmopolitan heart. It was the perfect spot to reflect on the incredible diversity I had experienced in just 2 days. Traveling solo as a woman in a city as intense as Delhi can seem daunting, but my experience was overwhelmingly positive and empowering. The key was preparation and plain common sense. I booked my first night's accommodation in a reputable guest house and arranged an airport pickup. I got a local SIM card at the airport. It gave me maps and let me book Ubers or Olas easily. I shared my live location with a friend as a precaution. I dressed modestly, loose-fitting pants and long-sleeve tops, not to hide, but to respect local customs. It helped me blend in and focus on my surroundings. I learned to trust my instincts. If a street felt too dark, I left. Mostly I found kindness and people eager to help. Shopkeepers recommended their favorite food spots, young women at Lodi Garden chatted with me, and candid smiles greeted me everywhere. A simple namaste and a smile went a long way. My advice to any woman planning a solo trip to Delhi: do it. Be smart, be aware, but don't be afraid. Travel during the day when possible, walk with confidence, and ask for help when needed. Delhi will reward you with incredible experiences, unforgettable flavors, and a deeper understanding of a dynamic culture. It will challenge you, but also empower you and leave you feeling accomplished. Those moments made the trip richer than just sightseeing. For my final afternoon in Delhi, I wanted to do more than just taste the food. I wanted to understand it. I signed up for a home-based cooking class that I found online. It was hosted by a local woman named Anjali in her beautiful South Delhi apartment. From the moment I stepped inside, I was greeted by fragrant aromas and warm hospitality. Anjali started by teaching me about the essential spices in a North Indian kitchen: cumin, coriander, turmeric, cardamom, and garam masala. We spent the next few hours chopping, grinding, and sautéing together. Anjali showed me how to make the perfect dough for chapatis, how to grind spices and cook lentils into a creamy dal makhani and a paneer butter masala sauce. She taught me to trust my senses: smell, taste, and intuition. It was hands-on, immersive, and full of laughter. Anjali told me stories about her family and life in Delhi, giving me a glimpse into local culture. After our work, we sat down together to enjoy the feast we had prepared. The food tasted even more delicious because I had helped make it. The dal was creamy and comforting, the paneer rich and aromatic, and my slightly lopsided chapatis felt like a triumph. I left Anjali's home with a full stomach, new recipes, and a deeper appreciation for the love that goes into Indian cuisine. Looking back on my 48 hours, it's the small, unexpected moments that shine the brightest. These weren't tourist attractions, they were genuine human connections. A tiny, elderly woman stopped me on a busy street to adjust my scarf, then nodded approvingly with a radiant smile. A group of schoolchildren at Humayun's tomb shyly practicing English. Their faces lit up when I said I was from America. Sitting on a bench, sharing water with a gardener on break. We didn't speak the same language, but shared a smile and quiet understanding. An auto rickshaw driver blasting his favorite Bollywood songs, turning to grin every time a great beat dropped. One of my favorite surprises was discovering the art of street barbers, a ritual performed with skill and concentration. Well-worn tools, tradition passed down through generations. Culture isn't just in museums, it's alive on every street corner. These memories define my trip to Delhi. The grandeur of the Red Fort was awe-inspiring. The flavors of Chandni Chowk were unforgettable, but it was kindness from strangers and small glimpses of everyday life that captured my heart. Delhi rewards curiosity with warmth and openness. Despite different backgrounds, a shared smile is a universal language. There is so much more to see, so much more to taste, and so many more stories to hear. I know I will be back. As my taxi headed back to the airport, I stared out the window, trying to soak in every last detail of this incredible city. The vibrant chaos, the kaleidoscope of colors, the symphony of sounds. It was all still there, but it felt different now. In just 48 hours, Delhi had gone from being intimidating to a city that felt like a friend. One with a complex personality and a huge heart. I had arrived with a sense of adventure, and I was leaving with a suitcase full of memories, a camera full of photos, and a heart full of gratitude. Delhi is not a city you can easily summarize. It's a place of profound contradictions. Ancient and modern, chaotic and serene, overwhelming and deeply spiritual. It will push you out of your comfort zone and then welcome you with open arms. I came for history and food, and I found both in abundance, plus resilience, a vibrant spirit, and enduring humanity. I hope my journey has inspired you and sparked a little curiosity. Whether you're seasoned or planning your first solo trip, I hope you consider putting Delhi on your list. So, what did you think? Have you been to Delhi? What are some of your favorite hidden gems? I would absolutely love to hear your stories and tips in the comments below. If you enjoyed coming along on this adventure with me, please give this post a like, share it with a friend who needs a little travel inspiration, and don't forget to subscribe for more journeys to taste the world.